What is going on, everybody? It is Friday night. That means it's time for trivia. I'm glad to see you all again. I know we didn't do trivia last week, but that's because I was moving. And as you can see behind me, I've moved. So thank you for your patience. We're going back to regular trivia this week. Regular 5-round trivia, general knowledge, movies. No music this round, or this game, because I don't want YouTube to flag me like they did last time. But then your regular picture round and 4, 3, 2, 1 round. So if you want to check out the score sheet and follow along, the link is there at the bottom. I'll also throw it in here. Let's see if this will do this. bit.ly slash trivia score sheet. Nope, it didn't make it a link. But if you put that in your browser, bit.ly slash trivia score sheet, you will find the score sheet and you can follow along. Anyway. All right. I'm going to give it a couple minutes. How are you guys all doing? I hope you're all doing well. Like I said, there is 5 rounds of trivia tonight, just like every night. And if you want to get started, I'm going to give some time just to make sure everybody is here. If you want to get started, let's get ready for round 1. I've just posted it in the chat. I'll give you a decent amount of time for round 1. We'll say 15 minutes, just so that everybody has a chance. In case they're running late, like Anthony is, apparently. Happy Friday to you, too, Matt. I'm glad to see y'all. So like I said, round 1 is our general knowledge round. I've got one matching round in here. I hope you enjoy it. It'll be round 3. But yeah, round 1, general knowledge. And if you have any questions, let me know. Please don't cheat. I should go over the rules real quick as you guys are playing. Rule number 1 is don't cheat. Rule number 2 is don't cheat. And rule number 3 is my answers are the correct answers unless you can provide me with, adequate proof that you're correct rather than me. So if you have a dispute, feel free to throw it into chat. But I'm pretty sure of my answers. So. And tonight I'm drinking Bitburger because it's always cheap at Trader Joe's. I still have to improve the setup here. Had to. Maybe I can do something with this. Nope. I'm talking to them. Hey, there we go. That's all I needed to do. I changed backgrounds. Everything is much whiter here, so it's harder to see the timer. I tried to vary up the general knowledge questions this time a little bit. I don't know if I succeeded, so you'll have to let me know what you think of them. Also, Jason, I just saw that. Thank you. It is quite nice. Much nicer neighborhood. Much nicer place. I am very happy. My old neighborhood. I actually just gave the keys back to the landlord just today. So that place is out of my mind and I never have to go back. Which any of you who have been there, which 1 or 2 of you may have been there, like I said, it wasn't the greatest place. It wasn't terrible, but it was not the greatest place. It definitely could have been better. a video tour of the place. Well, you can see this is my sort of dining room area, and my kitchen is over that away, and living room is that way, and then the bedrooms are back there. I don't really think I'm going to pick up the thing and show them around, but it's a nice little 2-bedroom condo. Renting. Nice little patio out this way, where you see all the light coming in the windows. Nice little park across the street. I'm in suburbia. Not that I wasn't before, but it feels much more like suburbia here, which is nice. So how many of you are all ready to get back out in the world as the lockdowns start to evaporate? All right, we got our first answer in. You got plenty of time if you're still working. A little less than 10 minutes to go. Yeah, I can imagine. There's a park and a school across the street, so I imagine that when schools are finally back in session, that there's going to be a lot of traffic. But I'm usually up and gone to work very early in the morning, so I doubt I'll ever have to deal with it. Coming home, maybe. Coming home around 3:30. I'm sure there will be a lot of children hanging around. It's a small park, though. It's not huge. All right, 2 answer sheets in and no perfect scores yet. In case some of you came late and you want to check out the score sheet, it is bit.ly/trivia score sheet, or you can click the link that I just posted in the chat. That is the link to our score sheet. Oh man, bunch of responses just jumped in. Also vote for a video tour of the house. Maybe. Maybe at the end. All right, we got eight answer sheets, 9 answer sheets in. I don't know how many of you are playing, so I'll give it some more time. No, I cannot still see the Disney Castle from my house. I haven't been able to see the Disney Castle from my house since I... Actually, nobody can see the Disney Castle from their house unless they're... can see the... used to be able to see the Matterhorn from the street, but it's actually not that tall. I used to live a mile and a half away from Disneyland, and it is both a blessing and a curse because you can walk to Disneyland if you really want to. But then also you get fireworks every night. I actually got to the point where I was so used to the fireworks, it was hard to fall asleep without them. The boom boom. I don't know how Disney's going to recover. I mean, they're going to recover. I don't know how they're going to deal with everybody going back to the park, and if people even want to go back to the park. I don't know how much of Disney's business is out-of-state business, but it's probably a bunch of it. Hey, hey. You're 15 miles from it? Yeah, I'm probably. I don't know how far away I am now. Probably like 10 miles? No, not even. 7, 8? But yeah, I used to live very close. Where's my wife? She is in the other room. Yeah, the no nightly fireworks. I will say that when you live by Disneyland, you kind of, I think you feel like, well, at least me, I would set my watch by them, so I would know. Oh, okay, it's 9:30 or 8 o'clock or whenever they, depending on what season it was. All right, we are almost out of time. If you're still working on your answer sheet for round one, you might as well get it in now. All right, that does it for round one. If you are still working, get those answer sheets turned in. You've got about 10 more seconds. And I will go over the answers real quick. All right. I'm going to assume everyone's in, so let me go over the answers to round one. Number one. Produced in France since 1849, Cointreau is a popular liqueur with a distinct flavor? It is flavored with orange. I also accepted citrus because I was feeling generous, but orange is the correct answer. Number two, a popular vacation spot. The Maldives is an island nation off the southwest coast of which country? It says off the southwest coast of India. Number three, in which national park do backpackers brave the challenging rim-to-rim hike? That happens in the Grand Canyon. Grand Canyon National Park. Number four, a secret menu item at Fatburger restaurants. The Hypocrite is a veggie burger topped with what fixing? It is topped with bacon. It's a veggie burger with bacon. Bacon. That's why it is the Hypocrite. Number five, in the Matrix film series, the character Neo is born with what first name? His name is Thomas Anderson. Thomas is his first name. Number six, since 2001, Apple has named the different versions of its popular Mac OS X operating system after various types of what? They're all named after big cats, like lynx, leopard, all that stuff. So big cats is what I accepted. Number seven, which U.S. state is home to CNN? Its home is Georgia. It's actually in Atlanta because Ted Turner is a crazy man from that area. Number eight, Lacoste shirts feature an embedded logo of what animal? It's actually a crocodile, and a lot of you put alligator, and let me tell you why that's wrong. It's a crocodile because that was what Rene Lacoste's nickname was, so it has to be crocodile. He's the crocodile. Number nine, Kirkland Signature is the in-house brand of what chain of stores? That is Costco's in-house brand. And finally, the caduceus, a staff entwined with two serpents, is the symbol of what profession? It is a symbol of the medical profession. So if you put something related to medical, you got it right. What am I drinking? I'm drinking Bitburger, a fine drink from from Germany that I get at Trader Joe's. Anyway, a lot of you did pretty well on that round. We got some four-way tie, I think, for first place. We're going to move on to round two. And you know what I didn't do? Let me change something real quick. Hold on a second. I forgot to add something here at the bottom. Now you're seeing behind the... There we go. I don't know why. One. Give me just 1 second. There it is. All right, here we go. All right, I fixed it. we go. Okay, apologies. Here we go. Ready for round two? Round two is in the chat, and you can see the cats. They might come out. They're probably laying down on the bed right now. But this is a single story. This is a single story place, so they'll probably come out at some point. Anyway, round two is in the chat. I had to add a question at the end, the connection question. So these are movies based on the synopses of them. Identify the movie based on the synopses, and there is a connection in this round. So if you guess that connection, it is a bonus point. That means there are 11 points possible in this round. And Bitburger is always an excellent choice, mostly because they have it, like I said, at Trader Joe's, and it's like $4.99 for a 4-pack of these pint cans. Oh, skip to round two. And because we've already been playing for a little bit, we'll go 13 minutes. I'll figure this out eventually. I know I say that every time, but I really will. See, one of them came over. He's being very patient. What's up, buddy? The cat tree is right next to my desk here, so there's a chance that they will both come over at some point. All right, we got our first answer sheet in. Gotta appreciate creativity when it comes to not knowing the answer. It is much quieter here. If YouTube wouldn't, you know, if they wouldn't get rid of my video after the fact, I would play some music. Maybe I can find some copyright free music I can play. I know they make those out there for people who stream like games and stuff. But then again, you guys probably have your own music or something going on. You don't need my music blasting through like some 10-year-old playing Call of Duty. Oh, there we go. Hi, buddy. All right, we got our first perfect score, at least for the round. And just like that, another perfect score. All right, we got 5 answer sheets in and a little over 6.5 to go in the game, or at least in this round, sorry. So keep on working. You got plenty of time. I don't think we ever started doing D&D. I don't know if he was doing that with someone else, but it wasn't me. My dice are still, they're not in storage, but they're not being used. Well, actually, maybe they are in storage. They're somewhere. But no, I am not playing D&D with him. Wouldn't mind it, though. Lots of things have not survived the Rona. I feel like D&D has only gotten more popular, if that's possible. I still find it crazy that that Shut In Nerds played in this. All of us is one of the most popular things on the internet right now. All right, 5 more minutes to go for this round. There is a connection, I promise you. I didn't just make it up. Beer Bongs is out. It's only round 2. Oh, are you guys? Is the team changing its name, or is it just out? All right, I will note that for next round. Since we're on the movie round, do you guys think that movie theaters are going to survive this? Like anyone's going to go back to movie theaters, especially now that what did Trolls make? Like $300 million on home video or home streaming. I know everyone doesn't have like a perfect setup, but man, I would pay $20 to see any movie uh, at home and not have to deal with the people, especially if people start doing like watch parties. $20 to get 3 or 4 or 5 people watching a movie is way better than everybody spending like 10. All right, we're coming down to the wire. I've only got 9 answer sheets in. Still missing 3 teams. So let's get those answer sheets in. Yeah, maybe IMAX. Maybe. But then, most IMAX theaters that I've been in are massive and have 400 seats. So I doubt that a lot of people are going to be scrambling to get back to IMAXs in the very near future. All right, everybody's in. Let me go over the answers real quick. Number 1, an unemployed defense worker, frustrated with the various flaws he sees in society, begins to psychotically and violently lash out against them. That is the movie Falling Down. Great movie. Number 2, a freewheeling Detroit cop pursuing a murder investigation finds himself dealing with a very different culture of a posh city. That is Beverly Hills Cop. Number 3, when an American citizen is mistaken for a Mexican illegal alien and deported to Mexico, he has to do everything he can to get across the border. That is Born in East LA. Number 4, when they find a frozen caveman in their backyard, 2 high school outcasts thaw him and introduce him to modern life, while he in turn gets them to actually enjoy life. That's Encino Man. Number 5, after a car wreck renders a woman amnesiac, she and a perky Hollywood hopeful search for clues and answers in a twisting venture beyond dreams and reality. Mulholland Drive. Number 6, as corruption grows in the 1950s, 3 policemen, one straight-laced, one brutal, and one sleazy, investigate a series of murders with their own brand of justice. That's LA Confidential. Number 7, 2 newly paired cops who are complete opposites must put aside their differences in order to catch a gang of drug smugglers. That was Lethal Weapon, the original one. Number 8, following the death of his father, Brett Reed, heir to his father's large company, teams up with his late dad's assistant to become a masked crime fighting team. That was the Green Hornet. Number 9, police officer Brian O'Connor must decide where his loyalty really lies when he becomes enamored with the street racing world he has been sent undercover to destroy. That's the Fast and the Furious, the first one. And finally, number 10, as soon to be divorced socialite is determined to prove to her husband and herself that she can finish what she starts out to do by becoming a den mother to a troop of Girl Scouts. That was Troop Beverly Hills. And the connection between all these movies, they're all set in or around Los Angeles. Some of you put that they were movies in California, or they were set in California. That was not specific enough. I needed set in Los Angeles. I think I'm wrong. I don't think I'm wrong, but I don't know what you think I'm wrong about. Anyway, we're going to move on to round 3. Let me grab the link to round 3 here. All right, round 3 is a matching round. Has to do with music, so the link is in the chat. Round 3 is match the lead singer to the band. Hopefully this isn't too hard. It might be. For some reason, I think Mush is going to ace this one. Not me. Okay, sorry. I came into that conversation late. Yeah, you know what sucks is I have my popcorn and drink bucket from Century Theaters that I bought in January, or I bought like at the end of December, and I've used it I think like maybe 4 or 5 times, and I used that thing to hell and back last year because you have to buy a new one every year. I did not get my money's worth for that this year. Well, I mean, I'll try and make up for it, but who knows? Maybe I'll never go to a theater again if they keep releasing movies to home video. Oh, almost forgot. I really need to do this when I go over the answers. So I remembered pretty quick. So I'll say 14 minutes to go. Round 3, we're halfway there. Halfway to the end of the game. Yeah, my wife and I are pretty big movie fiends. We go all the time, or at least we did. So far, we've watched, I think, three or four movies on home streaming. I watched The Hunt. I watched Trolls World Tour. Because of the McElroys. If you heard her in the background, the Mackle Boys, my Mackle Boys. Make sure I remember that beer bongs, dongs, and schlongs are out. I will say, the 13-year-old in me loved their name. So have any of you made sourdough bread while this whole thing is going on? Oh, that's wrong. Hold on. One of my answers is wrong. I didn't realize it until just now. How do you do that? You use the drop down thing, and then the drop down selection, and then you can get it to shuffle all the answers so they're not all in the same order. Makes it easier when you're doing something like this. Yeah, there's also some not themes, that's not the right word. There's some plugins or something you can download for your Google Forms that will make it look prettier, make you be able to do different things. I use the basic Google Forms to do these, and when you're doing something like this where it's basically a matching game, you can just put all the answers in order, and then you can shuffle them in each question so the answers aren't in order, which is how I built this question. Made it easy. Mm-hmm. Hmm? You can always, too, on these, if you want, throw in an extra. I might do that next time. Throw in an extra one or two or three or four um, choices so they can't just use process of elimination. All right, about 6 minutes to go. I still got 4 teams out. Plenty of time. By the way, Bill Gates 5G eugenics vaccine. That is a frustratingly hilarious name. Things are going on behind me that you can't see in the ether. Doors being opened. Okay, maybe this round was a little too easy. The number of perfect scores here. I'll make up for it, I think, in round 5. Round 5 is easy for me, but I don't know how easy it's going to be for you guys. All right, only 2 more teams out. We got 4 minutes to go. The service in this house. It's great. Gotta go with drummers. Nobody goes with drummers. Drummers are the step-headed red child, except for Rush. And my wife says Avenged Sevenfold. Or how about the bassist? Everyone gets one. It's like Gene Simmons. There you go. Name another famous bassist. I'm sure you will. Someone will. All right, we're coming up on 2 minutes. 2 minutes left. I got 2 teams left there still. Start wrapping up those answers. I did a Schwarzenegger round like that where I photoshopped the title of the movie off of the movie poster. Maybe I'll do the Schwarzenegger game. I like that one because the first and only time I've done it out at a bar, I was a couple drinks in, and the third round was a movie quote round that I did a terrible Arnold impersonation, and everyone seemed to love it, and that's why I enjoyed doing that one. But I definitely have a game like that. If anyone is interested, maybe we can do that in a week or two. All right, everyone's in. Let me go over the answers real quick. Let me do this. Boom. Let me go over the answers real quick, and then we'll go on to round 4. Number 1, Duran Duran is Simon Le Bon. 2, The Cure is Robert Smith. Motley Crue is Vince Neil. REM is Michael Stipe. The Police is Sting. Journey is Steve Perry. Rush is Geddy Lee. Dire Straits is Mark Knopfler. REO Speedwagon is Kevin Cronin. Motorhead is Lemmy Kilmister. Foreigner is Lou Gramm. Aerosmith is Steven Tyler. Metallica is James Hetfield. The Smiths is Morrissey. And the Cars is Rick Ocasek. That might have been a little too easy. So I apologize if it was too easy. Jimmy's been dead for a while now. All right, we're going to move on to round 4. Round 4 is our 4-3-2-1 round. It's kind of made that thing my thing. So I just posted the link to round 4 in the chat. While you guys are doing that, I'll go over the scores real quick. You can see them, but I'll go over them. 32 points for Bill Gates' 5G eugenics vaccine. 30 points. I got a visitor. 30 points for Fox's sake. 13 points for Gen. 32 points for the Maldivians. 31 points for Mid to West. 33 points for 99. 29 points for Not Pan Daddies. 31 points for the Quarantitties. 30 points for the Super Duper Missile High Fives. 32 points for System of a Lockdown. And 33 points for the Zombies. Man, it is a barn burner. Oh, there isn't? What did I do? Okay, hold on. That's what I did. That's what I do. That's what I get for rushing this. I made these earlier in the week. All right. Let's try this again. Thank you, Matt. All right, if you're working on round 4, click this link again. It should update with a team name. And now that I've actually got the right thing, I'll throw on 15 minutes. And I'll move to round 5. Yeah. Or no, round 4. What am I doing? Round 5. Round 4. Let me double check. I will double check. On the Maldivians. Oh, you're right. I apologize. I got you. Thank you for keeping me honest. Also, for number one, I'm looking just for their first names. You don't have to give me their whole names. Oh, I got the other one. He came to visit me. Say hello. This one likes to be held. We'll get some ASMR in here. Well, he was purring. And now he wants down. If you can hear that slurping in the background, that's my cat, because he doesn't know how to drink. Anonymous Dumbo octopus. Yeah, I like the animals that they like aurochs and cormorant. Dumbo octopus. Where's taquitos? I mean, I've got taquitos in my freezer. I don't know which taquitos you're talking about. Taquitos Mockingbird. The biggest sin. All right, we got 4 answers in, 4 answer sheets in. We got 7.5 minutes to go. So you got plenty of time. See if we used the I actually want to get a game going too. I've wanted to for a while. But if we use the special, I like the special trait group from like Fallout. Scott Pilgrim makes Daria. I love playing characters that I call dumb luck or idiot savant, where they have 1 intelligence and like 10 luck and 10 charisma. So they're just really stupid but very charismatic people. It's kind of like an American politician. It's always fun too if you give them a lot of strength, so it's actually like, you know, they can bash someone's head in, but they're dumb as rocks. Basically like an orc barbarian, but one that's very charismatic. What's going on, Mary? What's up, buddy? Oof. Maybe I'm more like, honestly, it's more for role playing than anything, because you've got someone who's super dumb but gets people to do what they want. That's what I like about it. It also, like I said, it also helps if they're really strong. So if they get, you know, they've got that dummy strength to get things done. You know, the stuff that they can't bluff with intelligence, with the stuff they can't figure out, they can just smash. Exactly, yeah. You thought too hard. For round 4 or for round 3? Which one are you talking about for Zombies? For round 3? Let me see. I don't. So you got 14, and I don't know if it was. I don't know if it was user error, but for Aerosmith, you put I think Steve Perry. Maybe it was a misselection, but that's what the answer that came up was. All right, I got 8 in. 2 minutes left. I got 3 answer sheets to go. Time to start finalizing those answer sheets. 2 more minutes for round 4. That's what I'm saying. Like it's a great character for role playing. Maybe not for actual play. I mean, combat, yeah, it would work if you were really strong. If your strength was high and your intelligence was low, and I guess it would have to be your charisma was high. Strength and charisma high, strength, charisma, and endurance high. Everything else low. Or maybe your charisma is low. That'd be funny too. You're just like a big dumb idiot that no one likes. All right, 20 more seconds. I've got 3 more teams still out. Get those answer sheets in. All right, Jen, if you want to get credit for this round, you need to turn in your answer sheet. I'm going to go over the answers here. So get that answer sheet in. All right. Number 1. What are the character names of the 4 Golden Girls? Remember, I was only looking for their first names. They are Blanche, Dorothy, Rose, and Sophia. Number 2, name any 3 of the 5 different live-action Happy Days spin-offs. You've got Laverne and Shirley, Mork and Mindy, Joni Loves Chachi, and then the two nobody got, Out of the Blue and Blansky's Beauties. Number 3, the comedy duo active from 1927 to 1955 who starred in classic films like Way Out West, Sons of the Desert, and Blockheads was Laurel and Hardy. And finally, number 4, according to Yahoo Finance article from 2020, who is the highest grossing actor of all time? It's actually Samuel L. Jackson. So if you got that, congratulations. Yeah. All right, Jen got her answer sheet in. All right, we're going to move on to round 5. Round 5 is, Mongo from the Blazing Saddles. We're going to move on to round 5. Round 5 is our picture round. It is also the last round of the game. Round 5 is very, very near and dear to my heart because, Sean, my mom said she loves you. Oh, no, thank your mom for me. All right, round 5 is a picture round. I just posted the link in the chat. Round 5 is called Right in the Childhood because it is right in my childhood. I have a strong connection to all of these shows. So name the show from my childhood based on the picture in round 5. You got 15 minutes. Good luck. Not on there. I actually didn't watch that show, but I watched it later, and it was actually not that bad. If you got over the fact that it's a show about dolls. Out of all the shows made for girls in the 1980s, that was probably one of the better ones. One of the best ones, actually. The one that was specifically marketed towards girls. Young women. I realized too that I could have picked very esoteric shows for this round, and I tried to keep them somewhat mainstream, ones that I could remember off the top of my head. But then again, I did a podcast for a while where I was rewatching a lot of these shows, so it's probably not that fair. I think the lawful good characters, Mush, to what you were talking about, they serve a purpose in a game. I just don't think a lot of people are very good at playing them. It's really easy to play a bad lawful character if you even play lawful, or if you even play like, alignments in your game. Lawful good, lawful evil. They tend to be boring characters because people don't know what to do with them. Like, Judge Dredd is a lawful character. Whether you want to say lawful good or lawful evil. But he's an interesting character because he obeys the law. All right, I'm guessing this one was a little bit harder. Seeing as how I've got no responses. 6 minutes have gone by. Man, don't wear black if you have not a black cat. I did. At some point or another. That's what I'm saying. I remembered them all off the top of my head. Yeah, Boy Scouts can be fun though, if you know how to play them. If you're just playing them to be like a boring, stick to the rules kind of character, then yeah, it's going to be boring and no one's going to like your character because they're going to drag down the story. But if you you can be a lawful character that abides by a certain code or something. Like you can build something into it. Cap was a Boy Scout, but he was also, he knew to do what was right. Like he had his own code that he followed. So that made him an interesting character because his code wasn't necessarily always the code that the majority of people were following. Also, Cyclops suffers from bad writers. All right, we got 6 minutes to go, and I don't have any answers in yet. This must be a difficult round. Maybe I made it a little too difficult. There weren't really. How dare you? My childhood TV experience was not that bad. I mean, yeah, it kind of does. The horse didn't always look like that. That was only when it powered up. I mean, you might not be wrong. I'm sure that there is some. I'm sure that there is some slash fiction out there with them. How dare you? All right, less than a minute to go. Let's get those answer sheets in. They can't all be classics. Yeah, David the Gnome ended really weird, where David and his wife and that other old gnome just turned into trees. One of the most depressing endings to any show ever as a kid. Oh, yeah, they just died. That's the end of the show. They died and turned into a tree because that's what gnomes do. All right, get those answer sheets in. I've only got 8 answer sheets in. I'm grading them as I go, so finish up, get those answer sheets in. All right, my favorite my favorite answer so far is for number my favorite answer so far for number 11 is Dylan, you son of a horse. That one got me. That one got me right. All right, everyone's in. Let me give me a couple minutes. Give me a minute or two to grade all these. I'm almost done. Only got a few more to go. All right, just one more. All right, let me go over the answers real quick. And then I will go over the scores for the end of the game. All right, let me scroll up to the top. Number 1 was the Paw Paws. Also, I liked the culturally appropriating Care Bears. Number 2 was Get Along Gang. 3 was Captain N, the Game Master. 4 was Teddy Ruxpin. 5 was Jace and the Wheel Warriors. 6 was Centurions. 7 was Silverhawks. 8 was Voltron. 9 was My Pet Monster. 10 was Beetlejuice. 11 was Brave Star. That scene is from the intro. 12 is Pound Puppies. 13 is Dino Riders. 14 is Heathcliff. 15 is Mighty Orbots. And 16 is The Adventures of the Galaxy Rangers. All right. So at the end of the game, here are your scores. In 11th place with 37 points, Not Pan Daddies. In 10th place with 40 points, Gen Gen. In 9th place with 43 points, The Zombies. Tied for 7th with 44 apiece, System of a Lockdown and Mid to West. In 6th place with 45 points, Bill Gates' 5G eugenics vaccine. Three-way tie for 3rd with 50 points apiece, we have Super Duper Missile High Fives. Super Duper Missiles High Five, The Quarantitties, and 99. In 2nd place with 53 points, For Fox's Sake. And in 1st place with 54 points, The Maldivians. Those were the Galaxy Rangers. The Adventures of the Galaxy Rangers. Look it up. It's actually a great show that was not based on a toy line. They are not cheap knockoff cartoons. Maybe one or two of them are. Mighty Orbots, kind of. That is definitely a kind of Voltron / Transformers ripoff. Anyway, that does it for me tonight. If you want to check out the Facebook group, if you're not already a part of it, you can check it out, bit.ly/Friday Night Trivia. Once everything starts opening up, listen to Childhood Remastered. You can hear a lot about these type of shows because we went over a lot of these for about 2 years. Haven't done an episode in a long time, but it's still up there if you want to check out childhoodremastered.com. But if you search for me on social media, you'll see this name right here. You can find me on Facebook and Instagram. I post a lot about trivia games. Maybe I'll do the Schwarzenegger round next time. We'll see. I don't know. It's a fun game and I like doing it. So if you've got any suggestions for the next theme game, I know we did Star Wars and we did still waiting for Neil Diamond. Yeah. I don't know how I can do an entire Neil Diamond round. Maybe songs that Neil Diamond wrote that he didn't sing, maybe he sang, but other people made more famous, like Red Red Wine by UB40. You know that's a Neil Diamond song? I bet you didn't. Anyway, hope you guys had fun. I always have fun doing this. And if you join the Facebook group, if you go to this address right here, bit.ly/Friday Night Trivia, you can join the Facebook group. I make posts there that asking for suggestions and letting you know when things are happening, special events like the theme games. And if you've got suggestions for different themes that you want to see, I welcome them all the time. So anyway, I think that's it. Hope you guys had fun, and we will see y'all next week. Same bat time, same bat channel. Have a good night.